Hey guys, this is John, your host on Mgtow is Freedom. Mgtow is men going their own way. You know, it's not a quaint or cute little game that's being played. It's not a fucking game, right? Oh, it's likened to a game. We use lots of ways to talk about it, but it's really not a game. It's similar to life and death. It's your life or your death if you give in to this game. So when you don't give in, right, or if you've played the game and you've taken your shots, right, you develop scars. You know, we can compare the way we feel in here and up here with actual physical scars and physical damage. You know, I've been accused of being callous. You know, what is callous? Callus is the roughness on your hands. Right? It's the bottoms of your feet. It's areas that get rubbed all the time. And if they get rubbed and rubbed wrong, well, you develop calluses. As a man, you can become pretty fucking rough. You can become callous if you keep getting rubbed the wrong way. You know, and what is scar tissue? Well, when you get cut, right? You get serious abrasions, you get burned. When you heal, you get scar tissue. It's kind of like the old skin, but it's thicker. It doesn't have the nerve endings anymore, right? It's harder. It's not quite the same, but it does its job. It protects. So, you know, psychological scar tissue and callousness is very similar to physical callousness and scar tissue. You know, when you've been burned enough physically, right? You know what fire is and you know the dangers. When you get burned enough by women, you know the fucking danger. You know, being called callous, right? It's just another way to shame us as men by saying, you know, no, you're fucking burnt out. You're burnt. You know, yeah, we're fucking burnt. You know, for you younger guys out there, right? I hope you don't have to go through all the fucking trouble of getting burned and getting cut, getting stabbed in the back before you learn your fucking lessons. You know, I'm not saying you're stupid or anyone that gets fucking stabbed in the back or burned or cut on is stupid. It just fucking happens. You get it enough and you develop scar tissue. You become callous. There's nothing wrong with that. Right? The biggest, baddest bears are covered in fucking scars from the fights, right? Are those losses or are those victories? I guess it's all perspective, isn't it? You know, you see a guy that's missing a few teeth. Did he lose a fucking fight or is that his fucking victory? You know, on the one hand, you can say he's the victor. Right? That guy must have won that fucking fight, but he lost a few teeth. He got stabbed, got burned. Right? And the work you have to do to work your way back, it makes you callous. Right? So I have women say, you know, oh, you're going to have to soften up sometime. You've got to give in sometime. Right? You've got to try it again. You got to get back on that horse. Well, fuck that. It's not a horse, right? I don't like horses anyways. Because I've just fucking had enough of it. I've had to hear enough of it and see enough of the fucking behavior, right? And I don't care if anyone thinks I'm fucking callous, right? Right? Does being nice pay my fucking bills? Right? Do the friends that I want, do they give a shit if I'm callous? Or do they approve of it and appreciate it? you know, the few friends that I have. Right? I think it's a good idea to be callous. Because what's the opposite? To be soft, right? To be physically soft, to be mentally soft. That's when you get fucking victimized, when you let your guard down. Now, John, you're just paranoid. No, I'm not. Well, maybe I am. But I can't point to a lot of marriages out there that I think are successful. And the marriages that I do see that are long-term, I don't see happy fucking people. I don't know too many of those. So why take the fucking chance? Why not take a look at myself and see all that fucking scar tissue from relationships gone awry? Why not? Why not take that example and fucking learn from it? Right? And you don't even have to get fucking married to get all that fucking scar tissue and all that callousness. You can just have a series of relationships that didn't make it to marriage, but you ended up getting stabbed and burned enough, right, that you feel beat on. I guess the big trick is, you know, how much does it take before you learn your fucking lesson? Right? How many times do you have to be fucking beat down, stabbed in the back? Right? My particular mistake was I got married and had kids. And in order to protect them from what I knew would be a horrible upbringing, I had to fucking stick it out and continue to take the fucking wounds. Continue to get burned and treated like shit. You know, that's what fucking happens. If you're a man who's good for his fucking word and says, you know, I'm gonna fucking make this thing happen, right? I'm gonna sacrifice and give. It fucking makes you callous. Right? Because you give, you slave, you work your ass off, and you just don't get treated right. You get treated wrong. You know, is it any fucking wonder that men have had enough of women and have gone Mgtow? And if you've ever seen some fucking hardened soldiers or Marines, right, they got fucking scars and burns on them, literal, you know that motherfucker's been through some shit. I know some hard fucking Vietnam vets that were shot to shit. And they're hard motherfuckers. And they're covered in scar tissue. There's a lot of men that are the same way, that didn't have to fight in a war to get scars and to get burned up. And can you blame them? Right? Right, some men like a fight. They love to fucking fight and get in fight after fight after fight. Fighting with their fucking women, fighting with other men. I don't particularly care for it, but some do, and they want to fucking stay in the ring and keep swinging and duking it out. There's a fight club in my town. Some of those guys got fucking cauliflower ears. They don't even look like ears. You know, their fucking noses are fucked up. They got big, thick, fucking eyebrow ridges, suborbital ridges, right? From getting punched again and again and again. They like it, I guess. Fuck that, not me. It's a waste of my time. You know, who wants that shit? Who wants that shit from a woman? You know, if you get into a relationship with a fucking woman, what's it gonna be? It's gonna be a knockdown, drag out fight. And I don't mean physical abuse, I'm talking about psychological. And because they are masters of a manipulation, masters at it. You are bringing a fucking knife to a gunfight. You're bringing gun and she's got a fucking flamethrower. And she's gonna torch your ass. Right?